Alright guys, so today I wanted to go over which version I think is better, Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. Of course you already know there's not very many differences in terms of the story between the two games. It's mainly focused on different spawn tables in which Pokemon are available at different points in the game. So I'm sure you've all seen this chart in the middle already with the different version exclusives. Most of them are the same as they were in Diamond and Pearl, and there's obviously some new ones as well. So honestly, I didn't do anything for the legendary Pokemon because I think that's going to weigh in a lot more than any of these other Pokemon will. Because, that's the main pinnacle of the story is that legendary Pokemon. I honestly, plus I think Dialga and Palkia are they're both pretty good. Um, so personally, I don't really have a big beef with either of those, so that's not going to make or break anything for me. But for other people, it might. So I just left those out, but as you can see from here, anything that's marked yellow, those are kind of the same. Not necessarily that they're bad, they're just I like them the same amount or dislike them the same amount. Doesn't really make a difference. And then obviously greens are the ones I like more, reds less. Which again, reds doesn't mean I don't like the Pokemon, it just means I like its counterpart more. So like for example, Bastiodon and Shieldon, I like those a lot. Not that I don't like Rampardos and Cranidos, I just think Bastiodon and Shieldon are better. Um, More still from a nostalgia standpoint, but everyone's gonna have their own opinions. But this obviously is just gonna be my opinions on which version has the best exclusives. So I think Bastiodon is obviously a slight bit better than Rampardos. Misdreavus and Honchkrow I both like, but neither of them I like super a lot more than the other. Skuntank and Purugly, I don't really care for either of those, so that one really didn't matter to me. And then I do like Pinsir and Scyther, but I think the fact that Scyther has an evolution into Scizor is going to make a lot more people inclined to use it over just using a Pinsir. So I put that how it is. I'm pretty dead set on using an Electivire, and I do like it quite a bit more than Magmortar, so obviously I think that weighs out pretty heavily for Brilliant Diamond. And then it also has Gliscor, which these are both exclusive before the Elite Four, so it's not a bigger deal if you're planning to do a lot in the post game and still use them. But I think if you're trying to use them before the post game and your main on your main team, then I think again these weigh pretty heavily to the left of Brilliant Diamond. So Electivire and Gliscor I think weigh a lot heavily over Magmortar and Ursaring. And that was kind of the weird thing too, the way they ordered it on this one, because I think Sudowoodo and Mr. Mime are supposed to be the opposites on this one because they both have new baby forms. So that's how I did that. I made Ursaring opposite to Gliscor. Now we move to the exclusive after the Hall of Fame, which I chose Caterpie and its evolution line over the Weedle line. Honestly, I do like Beedrill probably more than I do like Butterfree, but in terms of just if I'm encountering stuff, I'd rather run into more Caterpies than Weedles. That's just how it is. I do like Caterpie Shiny more in case I was to randomly run into it. I don't think I'd probably hunt that because I do already have a couple shinies of those, and I have like 50 shiny Weedles from Pokemon Go, and I could probably get more even easier as well. So don't really care for the Weedle line here. When we move down to the bottom, again, I think it's kind of weird because I thought Growlithe and Vulpix are supposed to be opposites. But either way, I chose Growlithe over Vulpix, and the Sandshrew line I chose over Ekans and Arbok. I really just, again, have a lot of nostalgia for Sandshrew and Sandslash, even if they're not super good. And then I believe Arcanine's just cooler and better than the Ninetales line. Not that the Ninetales line is bad. But yeah. And now this is kind of an interesting part because it seems like Brilliant Diamond also gets an extra evolution line over Shining Pearl, because you see the line in the middle, it has Seel, Dugong, Poochyena, Mightyena, and then on the right side it just has the split evolution of Slowpoke. So you get two evolution lines in Brilliant Diamond compared to the one Slowpoke line in Shining Pearl. Personally, I would rather encounter Seel and Dugong over Slowpoke. I think just Slowpoke's usually an annoying Pokemon to run into, and it's been in the past couple games, I believe, so nobody really likes Seel. I don't particularly care for it, but I would rather find that than a Slowpoke. And then it also comes with Poochyena and Mightyena, so that also weighs more towards Diamond as well. Now I picked Kecleon over Stantler. Oh, and I just realized I messed up because I put Shiftry in green. But I was going to say Shiftry and Ludicolo. Neither of those are bad. I tend to lean a little bit more towards Ludicolo, so the Shiftry is supposed to be red, but I don't dislike the C-Dot line. I just think the Ludicolo one is slightly better. So Shiftry's supposed to be red, but again, it's not bad. Now, Aggron, I do like the Aggron line a bit more than the Walrein line. I do like Spheal, and then the other two I don't really care for as much, but I do think the Aggron line is better. So that one's green, Walrein's red. I do like Sableye more than Mawile. I don't think there's a lot of people who agree with me on that. Zangoose I do like more than Seviper, although neither of those is really bad. Same thing with Mawile. Mawile isn't bad. And then Solrock, Lunatone. Those ones are pretty close, but I think I would prefer Solrock more. Especially if I was to get a shiny. Lunatone's only difference is its eye turns blue. So, and then almost to the end we have Larvitar. I would prefer that over Bagon. I just like the designs more. I do like the Bagon line. I just prefer the Tyranitar line a little bit more. And then for the legendaries at the bottom, I have the Beasts and Ho-Oh over the Birds and Lugia. Just in terms of shiny hunting again and stuff like that, I think I prefer the Beasts, but I'm going to move on to the next slide real quick because we need to talk about some other legendaries. So I don't think they've officially revealed yet whether Groudon, Kyogre, Latios will be exclusives or not. I know there's a little rumor going around that Rayquaza and Mewtwo were exclusives, and I think that's been disproven, which thank God, because that didn't make any sense. But historically, at least like the most recent one was in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, where these have all been obtainable. Actually, they're also obtainable in the DLC, I believe, of the Crown Tundra. But historically, at least in terms of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Dialga, Ho-Oh, Groudon, and Latios have all been together in the game, in that exclusive. And then for, Ultra Moon, I believe, it was Palkia, Kyogre, Lugia, and Latios. So though we already had, for sure, Dialga and Ho-Oh on one side in Diamond, and for sure Palkia and Lugia in Pearl. But I believe they're probably going to keep it the same, so I believe Groudon will most likely be in Diamond along with Latios. And then Kyogre will most likely be in Shining Pearl along with Latios. And I'm pretty sure that these have been confirmed to have their own rooms, because I believe there's like a Tectonic play and an Oceanic play, which obviously would be Groudon and Kyogre respectively. And then honestly, the weirdest thing we have here is really that the Beasts and the Birds, their entire trios are going to be separate, because usually it's like Entei's exclusive to one game, Raikou's exclusive to the other, and then you need both to get Suicune, something along those lines. And I think usually the legendary birds are just all usually in both games, or usually they're not exclusive to one game. So that's a little bit weird, but I believe that Groudon and Kyogre will be separate and, split this way. So again, I think personally I like Groudon more than Kyogre, and I for sure like Latios more than Latias. I just think it has a cooler design. It looks more like a jet, kind of how it's supposed to be. I like the blue more. So again, in terms of legendaries, I think still it leans more towards Brilliant Diamond. So if you couldn't tell from this list already, with all the green on the left and more red on the right, I believe that Brilliant Diamond is probably the better way to go. Again, Electivire, Gliscor, Aggron, Tyranitar, and then I think this trio would be better, especially for stuff like shiny hunting. So I think pretty heavily towards Brilliant Diamond is the way I'm weighing out here. And again, even with the legendaries, if they keep them the same way they've been, I think even further that pushes it more towards Brilliant Diamond. And I did see that they have the Regis in as well, and I believe there will be a way to get Regigigas, which is awesome. But I don't think any of those are going to be exclusive. So, honestly, that's about it. I believe that the best way to go is probably with Brilliant Diamond. Of course, you're able to make your own decision, and I'm sure some of you will lean towards Kyogre more, or Latias more, or Palkia, or even some of the other Pokemon. But that's just my opinion. I lean more towards Brilliant Diamond, but I'm getting both anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course, thanks for watching, and have a good day.